And a very good day to you, and welcome to the program. I want to quote to you probably the most famous psalm in the Bible, and you'll know it already. That's right, Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. I'll just stop it there. And then we go to John chapter 10. And Jesus is talking. And verse 11, he says, I am the good shepherd. He says the good shepherd gives his life for the sheep. But a hireling, now a hireling is an employee. He's somebody who works for a wage. He's a man that wears a watch on his wrist and he's always looking at it. Sorry, I couldn't help laughing there. Okay, so a hireling, he is not the shepherd, Jesus says. One who does not own the sheep. See, the wolf comes, okay, this is what the Lord's telling us. The wolf comes and he leaves the sheep and he flees. The wolf catches the sheep and scatters them. The hireling flees because he is a hireling and he does not care about the sheep. Then Jesus says in verse 14, I am the good shepherd and I know my sheep and am known by my own. I want to tell you about the good shepherd today, not the hireling. You see, as soon as the heat's on, the hireling runs away. But I want to tell you, the good shepherd will protect his sheep. And that is the difference. There's one other scripture. It's found in 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 25. We like sheep have gone astray. You know, I used to keep sheep on this farm. We had 500 Ile-de-France stud ewes. Okay? I love sheep. But sheep are very, very timid and they're very temperamental. If you have one sheep left in a paddock like this, it's a very sad thing to see because that sheep doesn't know where he's going. He's got no leader, okay? He's running around and he's got no way of defending himself. It's the only animal, you know, led like a sheep to the slaughter. That's how they speak about Jesus. You see, there's no way. I mean, a dog will try and defend himself. A horse will try and kick you or something to defend himself from a wolf, not a sheep. A sheep is vulnerable. And when I see a sheep on its own or a little lamb, I really feel heartsore. There's nothing worse than to see a sheep that is vulnerable. Jesus says you and I are like sheep. We cannot protect ourselves. I went to the north of Scotland College of Agriculture. And there was maybe 100 of us in our year, maybe a little bit less. And there was only one man that got permission from the authorities to leave the college and to go back home to his farm. He had a farm on the west coast of Scotland. Obviously, his father was an old man. And it's a very mountainous, a very beautiful area. But the sheep, when winter's coming on, they bring the sheep down from the mountains, down to the valleys, close to the farmstead, where the sheep can lamb down, have their babies in safety. No one could bring those sheep down from the mountain. You know why? Because no one knew the way. Obviously his father did, but he was too old. So this boy's name, I'll never forget it, his name was Macmillan. He was a tall, lean man. He went back for a few weeks to take the sheep down, get them settled. Then he came back to college. Remember, the good shepherd knows the way. And you and I need to follow him and no one else. Jesus bless you. Goodbye.